Wow, so penultimate episode. I can't believe it's gone so quickly. And I think the first episode without major controversy. Whee! So that's always nice to see. So I actually knew the outcome of this heat before airing because we saw the heat final being filmed, which did detract a little bit from viewing it, but it was still really cool to see how they got to the final, as it were, so that's cool. We'll start with the first fights though. So, Trolley Rage. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea that people build them from scrap parts and, you know, all sorts of bits and put them together. But wheelchair motors, it's like Series 2 stuff. And they said they weren't even like old wheelchair motors. It was never going to really do that well. I feel that the producers may have thought, right, so we've got carbide, now we need something for it to smash. Ooh, these guys look good, we'll have them. Yeah, but fun to see it get smashed anyway. Crackers and Smash, awesome design. I really like this. I love the way that they've worked the weight distribution so that both of them need to be knocked out. That's brilliant. That's really, I think that's great. Little sort of really working the rules to your advantage there. And nearly low enough to get out of Carbide's reach. That was the one battle I thought, ooh, they could, maybe if they get underneath, they could actually give Carbide, you know, something to worry about. But Carbide coming back, tilting itself on one of the other ones to get the other one. If that was deliberate, that was a genius move. I like that. That's very cool. I felt a bit bad for Crackers and Smash because they were in a heat with both Apollo and Carbide. But having said that, although they got beaten by Carbide, especially with that massive hit, I'm not sure which one it was. I want to say Bangers and Mash then, Crackers or Smash, but they took that hit, took out the arena wall, and they carried on driving. Like, that is a well-engineered little machine, especially when you've only got half your weight limit in that one robot. Yeah, amazing. Really cool highlight, actually, was one of them when it got flipped by Apollo onto Dead Metal's blade. You think, wow, that's a harsh few seconds right there, flipped and bladed, like, oh, nasty. And then, of course, that one big weapon that could have defeated Carbide. The chainsaw on the back of Coyote. Why did they put that on there? Like, I'm assuming it's a nod to the original Matilda, but even the original Matilda, I think maybe once just about cut through a bike wheel. So I can only assume it was aesthetics that put it on there. But other than that, very cool robot. Shame we didn't really get to see the little clampy clamp get into action that much. And of course you got Apollo back. Really great for the rivalry between them and Carbide. But fittingly enough, Carbide kind of ruined the heat for them. In that first battle, once their flipper was damaged, you never really saw them to their full potential, which was a shame. I thought that I knew they got back in on the wild card, because you've got that clip in the opening credits where they sort of lift Killot up at the front. But apparently that was in this episode, but they edited it out, which seems odd, because that seems like quite a cool bit to put in. So yeah, I don't know. I now don't know again who's the wild card, so that's good to know, or not to know. Carbide though, they didn't even break a sweat. They just, like, I don't know, it just seemed efficient. It was efficiently just murdering robot after robot. The stats of the thing are just ridiculous. It gets to the blade goes 250 miles an hour in 3 seconds, and you could see it. It was like, it just started, it was there, it was just full hum. And you think, one of the few tactics you can have against a big spin like that is instant attack, don't let it spin up. I don't think they'd even stand a chance. You need a ferociously quick robot to get there across the arena in that speed. Yeah, incredible performance. Really improved from last year. And as we know from this series, it's all very well to have a spinner that can pack a massive punch, but if your own robot can't take that punch, then your spinner's kind of useless. And Carbide proved here that improved on last year massively. Like, they didn't, even when they landed on the actual blade, they just shrugged it off, came straight back in on the attack. Their fight against Coyote, you could see Coyote was being damaged quite a bit, but then when it zoomed in on that, like on the front of it at the end of the battle, that was like cartoon damage. It was just ridiculously just warped at the front, just horrible. Like I say, yeah, we saw the heat final of this one, hence I knew the outcome. And yeah, it was somehow more spectacular in person, but the bit where Carbide was just kind of sitting on the front and just grinding away at the flipper of Apollo, that was so loud at the time. I can't get across just the noise of that, just it sounded cooler than that. Sorry, it sounded much cooler than that. Bless me for trying an impression though, right? But yeah, that was so cool to see. And then the house robot sort of having a go, the flipper arm just kind of hanging off, just whoa, like a sort of broken arm or something. Yeah, spectacular fight to see live. The house robots had a couple of bits that really made me laugh in this episode as well. The first fight between Apollo and Carbide. Carbide is going around just fucking going to town on Apollo. And then there was this one shot where Killalot kind of backs off like, whoa, okay, like not gonna mess with this guy. And in the similar sort of almost character shot, when Apollo in their fight with Coyote went for Killalot, the speed dead metal sort of zoomed across as if to say, no, you do not flip Killalot. I'm not seeing it happen. Yeah, again, really made me laugh. I'm glad in the Rogue House Robot though they didn't go instantly for Apollo, because I think like it would have been like a cheeky like, oh, we're gonna get you back, but I think it would have been like that's kind of part of the gameplay rather than, you know, general mucking around. So I'm glad that they were unbiased with that. That's good. The one thing in this episode that really disappointed me though was the announcer. He seems to have, I don't know, like it just, I was waiting for Flipper, and he was sort of like Rusty, Flipper, what of it? I don't know, maybe he's had some bad news or something. He just seemed just a little bit down in the dumps, bless him. But as if almost to make up for that was Dara O'Brien's pronunciation of Coyote, where he kept saying Coyote.
Team Coyote took a beating. Coyote failed to get the jaw flush to the floor.
like Coyote isn't like a made-up robot name that could be interpreted. It's a real word. It's Coyote.
Coyote.
Coyote. Coyote. Right, so there we are, guys. We've got our 5 grand finalists. I'm not sure who the wild card's going to be, to be honest. We've got a few robots that just seem too beaten up, so I don't think they'll be selected. But we will see in 2 weeks, because people would rather watch a bloke in moronic trousers hit a ball as little as possible. Brackets, the golf's on. There you go. For all those people who wanted like a nice sort of who want the new reboot to be a lot more like the old series, there you go. Sports interruptions. What a lovely throwback. So yeah, I'll see you in a fortnight. But as a little bonus, here is a very short film of me when I was hitting what I thought was stop record after talking about Robot Wars for 20 minutes, and was actually start record. Enjoy that. See you next time. Oh, you're joking. Oh, you're fucking...